In F, we want to first state the restrictions. So to state the restrictions, we have to worry about the denominators, all the divide parts of this expression. So I've just kind of highlighted the divide by 3x minus 4, which shows up in both of these numerators and denominators. And we need to state the restriction as x is not equal to 4 over 3. So that's the first part. We also need to worry about the divide. We also need to worry about the divide in here, all that divide. Okay, so that's something that we have to consider. And when we do that, we can do a few different ways. We can do that in the end, or we can just do that right now and state it this way. We know that 2x minus 3x minus 5 over 3x minus 4, we know that that can't be equal to 0. And we can figure this out by just solving this equation for x. So I'm going to multiply through, okay, although it's an inequality, we can treat it like an equation. I'm going to multiply it through by that, and then I end up with 6x squared minus 8x minus, and the 3x minus 4's cancel. I'm going to put this in brackets because that negative is going to apply to both terms, and that can't be equal to 0. And this is a quadratic equation. And we can solve this quadratic equation by factoring this. So we're looking for numbers that multiply to 30x squared and add to 11x. That's 30. That's going to be negative 5x, negative 6x, and then we have our factored form. So that looks like it's going to be minus 5. This is going to be minus 1. So factoring this, we get 6x minus 5. X minus 1 is not equal to 0. So we know that x cannot equal to 5 over 6 and negative 1. So those are my restrictions. That's my comprehensive list of restrictions. Okay, and that green one is based on that denominator. Now, this step that I just did, multiplying through by 3x minus 4, is actually the first step that I would do to simplify this fraction. So we can state our restrictions all at the beginning, but really it's much easier to actually just state the initial restriction that's in red, multiply through by the denominator, and then restate the restrictions when you have a single denominator.